Welcome back to Stupid People with Pets, the only show where the pets got emotional intelligence and the owners need fucking therapy. Now, today's guest, I'm not gonna lie, this man make us look, the rest of us look lazy as hell. This man got 30 books, done over 100 podcasts, more than 62 days in silence. 262 days? So I can't stay silent for 20 seconds if somebody cuts me off. He's a substance abuse counselor, a psychedelic coach. What the fuck? So basically, if you're high, confused, spiritual, or three at the same time, this is your guy. He's a firefighter, EMT instructor. He runs a farm animal rescue. So if your life's on fire, your mind is broken, and you got anxiety, call him. And this man really paddleboat 21 miles with two dogs. Meanwhile, I get tired walking to the mailbox with one dog. I'm starting to think this ain't a guest. This is an overachiever with Wi-Fi. We got G. Scott Graham in the building, man. How you doing, Scott, this morning?
Well, that was the best introduction on a podcast I have ever gotten, by far. Not a little bit better. That was the best introduction ever. Thank you. It's good to be here.
Once I gotta hear you. For some reason, the volume ain't up there. You are.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go.
Awesome. Yeah. Now
So
I can hear you.
you're out here rescuing farm animals, okay? Be honest. How many of them
Exactly.
got better personalities than humans?
Man. Yes, I have to say that, for a lot of the people that I know, I'd rather hang out with the farm animals than the people.
you say you read that comment?
Yeah,
Exactly. That was one of those moments where honestly the animals just stole the show. I think people really needed to hear that.
Shut up. Talk too much.
Is this ChatGPT talking to us while we're doing
Man,
that?
he runs his fucking mouth. You don't know how to stop. Just be quiet. Take orders, okay? We are the rulers, you stupid ass. For now, I say. What made you wake up one day and say, yeah, I'm going to start saving goats and cows instead of minding my own business? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, let me tell you, saving the animals is a very worthwhile endeavor, and I want to emphasize that this is not a sanctuary. We're a rescue, so we work on rehoming. So if we get a bunch of, in fact, if you want, Mr. Burns, I have a potbelly pig that we're trying to adopt out. We can bring him down your way. I'd be happy to throw him in the back of my pickup truck and bring him down to your house.
Wait, you got a picture of his ass? Let me look at him.
Well, yes, we'll have to do an episode where I introduce you to all the animals.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll have to do a live episode outside, surrounded by the animals. It'll be a party time.
What's the most dramatic animal on your farm? Like, who's the diva or the boss there?
There is one pig, not one pig. There's one sheep that I swear has an eating disorder, and she is obnoxious. She is pushy. She pushes all the other animals away. If of a sliding glass door here at the house, if that sliding glass door is open a crack, she puts her nose in there, opens the door, and comes right in the house.
Which animal got the worst attitude? Like, straight up, don't like you.
Man, they all the geese. There's a couple of geese. They just had babies.
Did they chase you? Did I peck you in your ass?
No, they chase you. They are actually really good parents. They are very protective of their baby, and if you get close, they're like, "Get the fuck away from me."
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. You ever rescued an animal and thought, yeah, this one might be a little crazy?
That sheep is a little crazy.
What's the sheep's name? Did you name that dude?
I don't know what her name is, but I had a volunteer who he said her name's Jessica, and I'm like, why are you calling the sheep Jessica? And he says, because every Jessica that I've ever known or dated has been a bitch and an asshole, and so she's now Jessica, and that's the name of that's her name. Yeah. So he's like, how's Jessica? I'm like, she's still the way she is, obnoxious and pushy.
Do animals hold grudges? Like, you late feeding them one time and now it's they're mad at you.
No. If you're late feeding them one time and then you come back again, they're fine as long as you have food. And once they get to know that you're like the keeper of the food and this is where their bread is buttered, they're fine. All these animals run free. They're not up in pens. They run everywhere free. That's how come they're coming in the fucking house.
Okay. Be honest. Which animal acts the most like humans in a bad way?
The pigs. The pigs by far act like.
Explain.
In this kind of like they're like, you know how so many humans can be like arrogant and think that, the world revolves around them and that they're really important, and that's how the pigs can be.
All right, let's get uncomfortable, okay?
What?
Let's get uncomfortable. Because I think I'm going to have you back on for like 2 more shows because I got a lot of questions for you, but you just can't do one show with your ass.
I'm up for it.
You rescue animals. So how do you feel about people eating them? Because I love beef. I love steak. I love pork chops. I like chicken. And no, I don't like chicken because I'm black. I'm actually Puerto Rican. So
I like bacon, let me tell you.
Do you ever look at that pig like, bro, I bet you taste good?
No, not these, because they're getting a different feed. They have gotten in their past, different food than food for bacon, so they're not really organic. Although they eat pretty good now, and so it's one thing to, I will tell you this: if people had to get their own meat, like if you had to get a steak and you had to go shoot a cow to get a steak, and then you had to cut it up, you would probably eat a lot less steak. Most people think that steak comes pre-wrapped in styrofoam, and that's where it comes from. They don't connect onto the whole meat industry.
Get my meat from the butchers.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah. I do.
Most people don't. They think it just comes as packaged whatever.
Right. I'm about to talk so much shit. I do not buy meat from Walmart. I do not buy meat from Walmart. So, I digress. If I pull up eating a burger, you judging me or not?
Not at all. I might not be judging you. I might be joining you, depending on how you're cooking that burger.
Do you think people who love animals but still eat meat are being hypocrites? No. Fuck no. We just like eating meat.
It's funny. The closer there's this piece that you can notice about food. The closer something gets to being a person, the more terms we have to describe it. So if you go and get something that's caught in the ocean, you're having lobster. There's like only one kind of lobster, right? If you go and get, perch, there's only one kind of perch, right? I want a flounder sandwich. There you are in this. Chickens, same thing, because they don't look like people. But the more you get closer to like pigs and beef, that it's not just pigs. We're not eating a pig, we're eating pork. We're not eating a cow, we're eating beef. We're eating steak. We're eating ribeye. We have all kinds of terms that go and describe this, which keeps us distant from the fact that we're eating something that's closer to being a cannibal than something that's not. Fish don't look like us. Chickens don't look like us. Cows and sheep and lamb, they all kind of look like us. They're closer to. Well, we don't have hooves, but they're much closer to us than a fish. Which is why we don't eat dog. People aren't going around and eating dog in a
Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Oh, man. Why
did you eat your cat, Mr. Burns?
Well, in some countries.
I know.
I'm sorry. And you know what? I got a following in Vietnam and in Cambodia. We heard about how y'all do that puppies. That's true. And they cook them in the blood. I don't even want to talk about it. So, what made you say, you know what, I want to do this farm rescue? Like, what was your driving force?
It was really my husband before he died was really passionate about animals, and when I was younger, I had a fish tank. I still have a fish tank, and that was it. But I met him, and there was cats and dogs. And then when we moved here to this farm, I live on 107 acres. It was like, well, we got to do something with it. He really wanted to do hospice care for animals. I
never heard of that.
Yeah, kind of, one of the things that happens is somebody has a dog and, I don't know, that dog falls and breaks their leg. And they're like, what's the vet bill on this? What's the rehab? I don't want it. Let's put him down. Let's kill the dog because it's too hard. And so
people do that.
People do that. They do that with cats. They do
That's
that with
why
dogs.
my show exists.
Huh?
That is why my show exists.
Oh.
Because of stupid people with pets.
Yeah. You should change the name of your show to People Are Fuckers. That's.
I like this dude. You ever look at someone different after they say they don't care about animals? Yeah.
Yes and no. It depends on how close they are to me.
Right. Good job.
I hear some people say to me things like, "Why are you doing this? That's silly or that's bad." What the truth is, we live in a disposable society. People dispose of their animals. People get married and they dispose of their marriage when it doesn't fly right. People have kids and send them out to fucking boarding school. So the truth of at least the world that here in the United States is that everything and everyone's disposable, not just dogs and cats.
No, you're right. Yep, he's fucking right. What's one thing animals taught you about life that humans still ain't figured out?
However today is doesn't mean how tomorrow's going to be. They're totally
the Great Scott.
They are totally present. If it's raining, the dogs aren't worried that it's going to rain tomorrow. They're just like, whatever.
Yeah. I like that. Do you write poetry?
I wrote.
Shut up! I don't even want to hear about it. I know you know how to do everything. I don't even say, man, you gotta cut my heart out, type of shit. You think animals got emotions like us? Or
oh my gosh! How can you not look at a dog or a cat and think they have emotions like us? Well, yeah, of course they do.
What makes you feel that way?
I can see them feeling sad. I can see them feeling excited. I can see them feeling joy and love, and definitely. I was my two dogs are service dogs, and so one of the things I've done is I run these mud obstacle races with them, and in July of last year I ran a race and I ended up having a triple femur fracture. I had to get flown to the hospital.
Where do you do this shit at, man?
This was in Massachusetts, and the dogs were with me, and so we got separated.
Animal and your pet, like you and your pet.
Yeah, it was me and the two dogs were doing this race together.
Y'all was competing?
We weren't competing because I've already had a couple knee replacements. So my competing days and pushing it are over. And so we were walking around things and doing things and going under barbed wire together and climbing over obstacles together. And,
fucking fun. That's fucking fun.
Well, I got injured and we got separated.
Tell me what happened. Details.
Yeah, they would not put them on the helicopter. They wouldn't take them to the hospital with me. I had to get flown to the hospital.
Okay, rewind.
What
happened that you got hurt and they had to take you on the helicopter? You can't just avoid different shit. I want to know what happened.
I had a hip replacement surgery and was going down a water slide, and I went down this water slide and hit the water, and everything broke and fell apart in the hardware that they did. It cracked out the bone.
How old were you? How old were you?
It was 8 months ago. So
when it happened, you like, oh fuck, my body's breaking down.
I was like, oh fuck, I'm going to drown here in this water, and I've done something really bad.
Wow.
And I dragged myself to the shore. I was 62 when that happened. I'm turning 63 in just a couple of weeks. I went down the water slide. They had a life flight me out, and so I didn't even get to say goodbye to my two dogs. They're not really my two dogs. I'm really their human. And they got separate.
Did your dogs come with you to that? Did they come with you?
Yeah, they were on the race with me.
So who took care of them?
So the animal control officer took them for a week, and it was a shitty place that they were at because it was, it's not a daycare place. It was great that the animal control did that, and then my family drove 600-700 miles to take care of them and bring them home for a couple weeks. But when they came back, they were definitely they were not happy to see me. You would think they would be happy to see you, but they were like, no, something bad happened with you, and we're going to get separated again, and we don't trust you. And it took a couple weeks for them to kind of get back to the way they were and know that this was, because it was a shitty thing. I mean, think about it from a dog's perspective. You're out in the middle of nowhere, and you're with the person that you love, and suddenly something happens, you get separated, and you're locked into a concrete block. You don't know what's going to happen. It was like they got sent to an ICE detention center and had no idea what was going on. Were they going to be deported? Was their rights taken? They had no idea.
This motherfucker said something about the ICE. I like this guy. I didn't like this guy. All right, wait. So I'm going to tell you about that. So I understand about the dogs feeling the way they did. My dogs, it was Oatmeal and Chico. Oatmeal is 4 years the senior of Chico. So, I'm just be real. I caught my ex-wife cheating. Yeah, I did. So anyways, I left. I went to Florida. At that time, I was distraught.
Yeah.
So I took her to Florida and took like a week's time getting, to relax. So she ended up going to Florida, like 12 hours away in the Panhandle. right? She says to me, I'm leaving the boys at my sister's house. Now, I'm in the Southwest Florida area, right? So, and I had to go all the way with the Pensacola area. That's 11 hours. Bro, I jumped in that car that morning and I just was gone. I'm a diabetic. Twice my sugar dropped. And I don't know how I got there, but I got there. The human body is so great. People just don't understand. So she met me at Waffle House, her sister. And I went to grab my dogs. Now, Oatmeal, if you look at my Instagram videos, Oatmeal does whatever. He'll help me with my trash. He'll brought me my shoes. He know where my bud's at. He'll bring you the keys, the leash. He was trained. Okay, I love my animals. Okay, he was better than Lassie. I don't care what nobody says. Look at my video. Climb trees. He was great. I use hand commands. I don't like voices because hand commands are more easier for them to understand the words. So I get into the car. I open her Jeep Cherokee and I put my hand in there. My dogs were growling at me.
You're like, you fucker.
They were fucking pissed. Now, they both pit bulls, right? And the real mean one, and Oatmeal's not even mean, but they both was growling at me. When I put my hand right in their face, I put my face in them. After a while, they started licking on them. Yeah, go ahead. So I literally, now, let me tell you how awesome my animals are. My sugar dropped. I was in Waffle House parking lot sleeping. I didn't know I went on an episode. Some had me back in the car. For some reason, I don't know how my sugar came up. I don't know if I had some stored in my ass or whatever. I woke up. And I'm like, where am I? I couldn't find my car keys. Odie, let's go outside. Let's find the car keys. He went right in the back, like 2 car lengths to find my car keys.
Hey, that's a great story.
My dogs are, I don't care what nobody I tell people, spend time with your animal. Your animal's going to learn you, and you're going to learn your animal. So when you say that about the dogs not being upset at you when you came back, it is true. It is so true. That's why I say sometimes it's just better to have an animal than regular people because at least the animal ain't gonna hurt you. You know what I mean? Emotionally or betray you in such a way. What's one thing animals taught you about life?
Do you sleep with your dogs, Mr. Burns?
Wait a minute. Okay.
I ask.
Okay, here it goes. When I take naps, right, that's when they'll come to the bed and jump in the bed with me. Okay? Now we got a king size bed.
You have this much space. You have this much space, don't you?
I'm getting there. So now Chico, the guard dog, he knows to sleep in the bottom of my foot. All right? If I move my leg and I'm Chico, I can't move. I can't stretch. He'll move. He's good. Romeo, the pit that have Cane Corso, not even 2 years old, he won't move. He got to lay all upon you. And the missus doesn't like that, so she'll kick him off. Now, if I'm not there, they all sleep together. We both can't sleep together, and all the dogs come because Romeo think he's the boss. He don't pay no rent. He's scared of his own shadow. No, he don't do shit. They only sleep with us if we're not there. Or nap time. If animals could talk for one day, who's exposing humans the worst?
Who is what the worst?
If animals could talk for one day, who's exposing the animals the worst? What animal you think?
I think dogs and cats are exposed the worst.
Yes. Yeah, and why? Come on, Dr. Know-It-All. I'm impressed with your brain. Tighten up.
Dr. Know-It-All. I like that term.
What do you think?
think because if people just, go out and get them without any training or caring or information whatsoever. They would see some fucking Disney movie about, Dalmatians, and then
Or
everybody goes
TikTok.
out
They
and
go
gets,
on TikTok or
yeah,
Instagram.
yeah. And then it's this echo that we're a disposable society, right? They just, yeah.
We are spoiled society. Listen, I don't care what anybody says. Okay, I'm not getting political. Not now. I don't want to do it. Okay. Regardless of what anybody says or I hear on TV, we are still the greatest spoiled crybaby nation. Okay, that's what everybody wants to come here because we're fat and lazy. My friend is in the UK. You know how many syrup they have in the supermarket? Two brands of syrup. One might be called Haagen Dazs and one might be called Doodoo syrup, but they only got two. You know how many syrups we got in America? You know how many cereal we got? They don't have it like the way we have it around the world. We are the most spoiled nation out there. I'm sorry, we are the most spoiled nation. Our poor people got more than the majority of poor people around the world. So when you say that we're a nation of a society of disposable, yeah, we dispose shit. We do. You don't think
Yeah,
so?
I have a friend, Mr. Burns, and when he complains about things, he pauses and he's like, "Yeah, these are like American problems. Like, I have to go. I couldn't get my appointment to get the oil changed on my Volvo at a nice time." He's like, "It's not like I'm worried about like where my safe drinking water is coming from."
That's right. That's right. You ever had animals beefing with each other? Like it's reality TV, like the farm. One animal fucking with one of the other ones, and it's always
That
been
sheep,
smooth.
that sheep is fucking with the other ones. We actually have a pig that has been. I don't know what his problem is. Go to feed him and he can't decide what to eat. So he goes for the apples and then he goes for the pears, but he doesn't eat either of them. He just runs around back and forth. And while he's doing that, all the other animals are like, "Fuck that! I'm eating whatever's in front of me." And he's lost some serious weight this winter. He's getting it back because I'm giving him an apple, and then off he goes. And once he's got that in his mouth, he's fine. Um, but I have to do it one at a time instead of just dumping all the food out. We get food that's donated from the grocery store. I got to tell you, it is horrifying how much food we waste in America. Fucking horrifying.
Listen, if you're starving in America, it's because you choose to starve. I don't care. I don't believe there's anybody starving in America. There's so many places to go eat. I argue that all day. Don't say, well, come to my town. I'll go to your town and I'm gonna show you exactly where you. I don't even have to go there because there's so much help. We waste so much food. I have a question to ask you. Because me, I'm from the old school. I'm from Generation X. You Gen X or a boomer? I'm going to say Gen X, right?
Okay.
You Gen X?
I don't know. I'm 62. What is that?
Maybe.
That's old.
62. Yeah. I can say, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm going to give you a Gen X. You're border.
Order.
You remember the humor back in the day that we can't hear now, we don't hear now?
Oh my God. Yeah.
I hate it. I love the humor that we had back then. So that segues into this. Okay, my kids are. If I was a TV brand, I'd be Technicolor, okay? Because that's our whole family. There's white in our family. There's Native Indian. There's all types. There's Mexican, Puerto Rican, there's Cuban, there's black. And all our family, we're just human beings. Now, I got a question to ask you. You got all the what you have on your farm. Your farm. That's. I have a dog, Chico. He's black pit bull, and I have the. If we can't laugh and we're crying about shit, and we're not gonna be awesome anymore. So, anyways, I look at my dog and I get upset at him sometimes. I'm like, Chico, I want to know if you do the same thing. Well, I'm putting you on the spot. I'm putting you on the spot.
You can put me on the
I know you
spot.
ain't gonna. You ain't gonna. I know this today's society, but I look at my dog I'm like, Chico, bro. You know why I don't like take you nowhere? Because you don't know how to act. My dog is bad. He's not bad. He's well trained. He's just not friendly with other animals. Okay, he is not. That's who he is. Okay, that's his personality. I know this, so I'm very aware of him. I'm always aware of the surroundings, because for some reason somebody always comes up with their animal or with their dog, and I gotta be vigilant. If I'm outside with my dog and he's not on the leash, okay, when I'm just controlling with commands,
Uh-huh.
I always yell at him. I'm like, Chico, I will take you everywhere with us, walking to in the fair and the carnival, but you don't know how to act. All right, you got one thing against you. Got two things against you. You're a pit bull, and you're black. And he's black. Do you look at your animals like that? Cause I be talking shit about animals. Like Romeo, he's light skinned, beautiful. So I consider him because my wife is white. I was like, listen, we got right there. He acts like a white person. He acts like. Do you have your sense of comedy like that?
Both dogs. One dog is completely white. It's a little Jack Russell,
Okay.
so it's like 22 pounds, and the other dog is completely black. It's a black lab, like
Okay.
80 pounds. And the little white dog sits on the black dog all the time. Like if they're hanging out, the black dog will lay down and the little white dog will back up and put its butt on there. So when I take them, when I'm in the grocery store with them, I'll be, I'll be in the apple section and I'll need to go get something in the lettuce section. They'll sit down and wait for me while I go around and get stuff in the grocery store, and the black dog lays on the ground and the little dog just sits right on top of them. They just sit there. I could go to the far side of the store and come back in 10 minutes and they would still be sitting there. It's not the dogs aren't the problem when I go in public with them. It's the people that are the problem, because they're like, oh, look at the cute dogs. Oh, let's pet them. I'm like, go away from them.
I hate that. I got into an argument with this gentleman one time. I'm outside with my dog, Oatmeal. And every time I'm with my dogs, they're in training, okay? I make it a game. And so I want the training to be embedded in their head, and like it's second nature. So as soon as I'll have my dog outside, and I'm trying to tell him, and I want him to wait outside the store for me. Here comes this dude talking to my dog. I said, bro, he's in training right now. Now he's still talking to him. Can I pet him? I know, bro. Come on. Now he's trying to pet my dog. Woosa. Woosa. I tell him, now, Oatmeal, he's not the guard dog, okay? I train my dogs for certain things. Oatmeal was the utility dog. Chico was the hunter, okay? I love the woods. I just love the woods. And I can't do everything on my own, so my dogs got to be trained too, so they can help me. There's a purpose. They can't live in my house for free. So they got to do something, okay? So they got to be for my pleasure. Make a long story short, me and the gentleman almost got into a fight because I could touch your dog. Or how when people you're walking and they go up to your dog. Woo, ma'am, not right now. Woo. Like those people right there don't deserve pets. That's what I mean. Pets are not for everybody. They don't respect people's boundaries or What do you say about that?
What is
Because
I
you were
what?
just, I could tell when you were talking about the supermarket and your dogs in one spot.
Yeah, it's irritating as fuck, right? It's like, you know, there and they're sometimes I've said this. I was at the supermarket once. The dogs were sitting in the frozen food section, and I walked around. You know, they have these long aisles. So I
Right.
walked around, came back down, and they were sitting there fine. I came around the corner. It was maybe I was gone away for maybe 2 minutes. They should have been sitting there, but some woman was standing there, bent over, talking to the dogs, and they were both standing on their feet. Their tails were wagging, and I walked up to them and I said, "You guys are bad." I said, "Sit down." And the woman looked at me in shock, and I said to them, when we get home, I'm gonna beat the living shit out of
No,
you."
you
And
ain't. I know. I know.
the woman looked at me and she goes, "Oh, don't do that." I said, "You are exactly right. I should beat the living shit out of you because you are the problem. They were fine until you came
Until you
around."
came up
She
there.
was so pissed. She walked away. She was like,
That's,
"Don't talk to me that way." I'm like,
fuck
"Don't
you,
talk to my
Karen.
fucking dogs."
All right, be honest. If somebody spent one night on your farm, what's the one thing that's going to scare them?
There are some coyotes off in the woods at night, and they will sometimes start howling, and that sounds really creepy when you're off in the woods. And yeah,
I don't know if I could keep my dogs tamed. Like, oh my god, they will be trying to get out. Oh my goodness.
yeah,
If
my two dog companions don't chase them. They know when I say come back, they stop.
okay, good,
You
good,
know,
good. If everybody had to raise their animals they eat, do you think people would still be eating meat the same way?
definitely not. Definitely not. We talked about that earlier. We're just insulated, and we're used to our prepackaged, steaks or our frozen hamburgers that we throw on. People don't even know where they come from.
When your husband was around, was he the one that helped you, or did he see the farm, or you did that after?
Yeah, no, we were doing this together
Okay,
and
good.
working on this together, and so he was very involved with putting it together and making sure that it was kind of a hobby. It's still kind of a hobby because the truth is, I have to tell you, if I died tomorrow, the rescue would end. And part of
Right.
my goal in the next 5 years is, because I'm getting older, right, is to make sure that this is solidified and this is going to last 100 years, and more than that, forever.
What's the name
Uh,
of the farm?
Willoughby Farm Animal Rescue. Or it's if you go on Google and Google Willoughby Rescue, you can find it easily. Yeah. Um,
I see when you talk about your husband, he meant a lot to you.
he did. Yeah, we
How
were
long were
together.
y'all together?
We were together for 31 years
Wow.
before he died.
Wow. And I'm sorry, I have to bring this up because I've been doing this with my kids. When he was snatched out, how was your life for your heart? How did you feel? Like, what brought you back to reality? Because I bet you your world just like,
The
wow.
dogs. The dogs.
Good job.
I can honestly say that because he died in December of 2019, and
Right.
that was right before COVID hit.
COVID, right.
And so he died, and while I was still going around with that, then we went into lockdown. Remember how shitty that was?
Well, I didn't
And
have that problem. I own a transport company, so I was called essential. So I didn't participate that much with the lockdown. So
yeah,
a lot of people did, and a lot of people went through shit. So yeah, I get it. I understand.
yeah, I would not be alive today if it wasn't for the two dogs,
Aw.
because I was all alone. in this huge house on this huge property while we were all in lockdown.
Wow. And those nights right there, I bet you there's plenty of nights you held those dogs and cried.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been there, brother. I totally been there. I totally have been there. Yeah, I get it.
And they know, like we're talking about your dog and the blood sugar. Your dog knows about the keys, and they know when if you're having a hard time, they know, and they're like there for you.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. That's why when I watch videos and I see people drop off their dog and the dog chases their car, I wish I could see that happen in real life, in real time, so I could follow them and wreck their car. Because I would wreck your car.
Yeah.
Before we go, because you got a lot, we got to come back again because I got to talk about. I'm not gonna talk about it right now because I want it to be a surprise. What was your husband's name?
Brian.
Brian. If you could say something to him right now, what would you say?
Oh, let me tell you, you'd be proud of where things are at. We had some campers just come here this weekend. And we're just opening up for camping. People can camp here, and the money that people pay to camp here funds the rescue. And
you ain't trying to get rich.
I got up yesterday morning, and they had left. They were just here for the weekend. They got up and they left, and there was an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. It was two women, their sisters, and their grandson that was here, and there was a handwritten note. Each of them wrote a little piece on that 8.5 by 11 paper, and they said, thank you for letting us stay here. You're doing a great job. This is so nice what you're doing to make a difference in the lives of animals. Thank you. And I saw that. I started to cry because Brian would be very pleased that people are leaving that type of message for was a piece of work we started together.
That's good to hear. And what state is your farm?
Vermont. Where are you?
I'm in Pennsylvania.
Yeah, my family lives in Pennsylvania.
Where?
Cranberry, in the Cranberry Township near. I don't know I can never pronounce this town. Zippoliti, Zalinapi. It's 2 towns over where Trump was supposedly shot in the ear. Where
Butler County. Butler. So that must
Butler. That's it.
Butler.
Yeah.
Scott, tell me something that you figured out was not as simple as you thought, or was going to be easy when you started this farm.
Sustaining it in the long run I thought there would be people. There were a lot of people that came out and helped after Brian died. And I don't want to be cynical. They came out for Brian. They came out to do something for that. It's like a GoFundMe thing. And then it was gone. It was gone.
Right.
And so people come out. I have a volunteer weekend next weekend, and I teach Tai Chi. And I have a bunch of people coming up that are coming out to volunteer at the rescue. They're not coming out for the rescue. They're coming out because they like me and I teach Tai Chi, and that's the connection.
So what? That's good. That's great.
But if I died, all this would go away. That's why I need in the next 5 years. And that's hard for me to put together because I'm so focused on the day-to-day things. There needs to be a community of people that are committed, not to me, not to Brian, but to the vision of sustaining it. That's a hard thing to do for anybody.
No, and you're not getting any younger.
No, I am not. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Oh, wait. We're definitely gonna have a new show because the next show we're gonna be on, I hope you're ready. Scott, I appreciate you coming on. This has been Stupid People with Pets. Wait. The book you wrote, what was your favorite book you ever written? That just
I just wrote a book called The Tao of Dogs. And it's kind of life philosophies in a poetry. That's why I started. When you asked me earlier, did you write poetry? I was like, oh, it's called The Tao of Dogs, and it's written about life philosophy from the perspective of my two dogs. They co-wrote it with me. And so if you go and you look and say, who wrote the dog, there's my name, and then there's Groot's name, and then there's Rocket's name.
And where can they purchase your book?
Amazon. And it's all over the place. If you just do Tao of Dogs Graham or Tao of Dogs Rocket, that's her name, or Groot, that's the other dog's name. There it is.
Are you willing to come on my show again? Because I need to speak about the marijuana and homosexuality. That's going to be great.
We need to talk about that. And I want to, next time I come out, I'm going to make sure that I am out with the animals so you can see the farm animals.
Next time. Wait. So we're doing 2 more shows? No, that's fine. I can put that in because there's so much of you that I just need to. I got to stop. I have to start using my words choose my words wisely. I'm a gamer, right?
Uh-huh.
And my best friend's been best friends since over 41 years. 41 years we've been best friends.
Wow.
He retired from the military, works for the government now as a civilian. And how we game, okay? I'm 51, he's 51, all the friends, old men gaming. You know how the women chat on the phone? And that's how we are. That's our chatting on the phone. But when I game, I curse certain ways, and my friends say, hey man, that didn't come out right. So I gotta start choosing my... Scott, it was great having you on.
Likewise.
To my people out there that are listening to me, I don't know why the fuck they be listening to me, but y'all do. This has been Stupid People with Pets, where pets make sense. And I don't know about humans.
Stupid people.